Razavan for FightHype.com. With me, got Sky's very new pundit, Mr. Dave Coldwell. What's that, Dave?
I'm alright, mate. How are you?
I'm good.
Listen, I'm a bit cold. It's freezing in here.
Dave, every time I see your Instagram, you're always buying new suits. Have you got enough space at home?
Do you know what? My missus is always hammering me because I've got the biggest wardrobe in our house and I still haven't got enough room. So, you know, we need to get bigger wardrobes.
So what's the Sky stuff? You're obviously doing it quite a lot now. Is it going to be...
Yeah, I'm part of the new team at Sky, which they launched for the Kell Brook show against Golovkin. So yeah. So fortunately, you know, it's good to be working with Sky.
Dave, you've had a lot of great fights in 2016. You know, fights that we thought would never happen. Yeah. For example, Golovkin, Khan, Canelo, Frampton, Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
So many great
fights. Yeah.
And looks like 2017 is going to start off with a huge bang. And it involves
I've heard there's a little fight going off in 2017. No, yeah.
We thought
brilliant.
Anthony might steal the show, obviously with Klitschko, but obviously that looks like that's in April. Some kickoff with Tony and David.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mate, that's just huge.
What's your relationship like with David? I know you work closely with him.
Until the Klitschko fight, until he got he kind of retired then after the Klitschko fight or took his break or whatever, and then that's it. I've not had anything to do with him ever since.
But personally, you're
if we see each other, we say hello, and that's about it.
Not good friends, or
no, we're friends. I used to work with him, but obviously, whereas I'm still friends and have a working relationship with Adam. But I don't see David's too busy. He's always in Miami or he's here, there, and everywhere. He's got his own life, and that's it.
So obviously, this fight that's going to take place at heavyweight. Obviously, Tony's at cruiserweight at the moment, WBC champ. Had options in WBC, but was this because is it genuine? This is
the biggest fight out there. It's the one that the fans are most interested in. It's two of the biggest characters in boxing. Why not?
Is it genuine dislike from Tony's side?
Yeah, there is, because they've always niggled at each other over the years. You know, sparred many years ago. And I think obviously little bits have gone off. And I think sometimes the way that David carries himself off is that he kind of like looks down his nose at Tony. Tony's just he's always been the fat kid of the division sort of thing, and he's little bits and bats like that. Listen, it is what it is. It's a clash, but I think it's because they've both got massive personalities. They've both got big personalities. They're both big characters. Sometimes you just clash. Probably a little bit similar in certain things.
So Dave, do you think that weight's going to be an issue for Tony?
No, not really. Listen, anything over 14.4 basically is heavyweight. So whatever they weigh over 14.4, that's what the fight's going to be at. As long as Tony's sharp, fit, strong, and punches hard, he'll weigh whatever he's going to weigh. What you got to look at is David and Tony aren't. David's not one of these big, massive heavyweights. You've seen him at around 16 stone. He looks a bit big and a bit slow. So I don't think he's going to come in, 16.5 stone, 16.4. I don't think he'll come in anywhere near like that. I think he'll be 15 stomach.
Do you think David had no choice at this stage in his career now? He didn't get that WBA shot that he wanted. Yeah. There was nothing much out there. Most of it's fight.
He's not an idiot. He wants the biggest fights out there. It's David Haye. He's all about the razzmatazz and the money and the crowd and the fans talking about what he's doing. He's kind of been away from it a little bit. He's come back with a couple of fights against whoever. The casuals have been sound on it, and his celebrity friends and people like that. But the boxing fans, and David knows that. And he knows that he wants to be involved in proper big fights that everybody's talking about. Look at the way that this has gone. We announced it at 3 o'clock yesterday, and it's just gone absolutely bonkers.
Absolutely, and obviously he doesn't need selling. We know the public going to buy the fight. But sometimes, when Tony gets a bit emotional into the fight, we saw what he did post-fight and pre-fight with David. The press conferences on Wednesday. As a friend, as a coach and a mentor, do you kind of tend to relax a little bit? Or?
Listen, some fighters it takes a lot out of. Other fighters, it's just how they are. It's just how he is. He can go at it 100 mile an hour, turn around and be back chilled, calm. Doesn't take anything from him. You know, whereas somebody else did the training like all day, wound up. You don't get wound up. So it is what it is. You know, it's within. You know, listen, he's his own man, and he'll be how he is. As long as he gets in that ring on March 4th, that's all he's bothered about.
Are we going to see a 12-round fight, Dave, or is it going to be a couple of rounds?
I'll be shocked. I'll be more shocked than anybody in that arena if that fight goes 12 rounds. I ain't going 12 rounds. It's not going to judge us. One of them's going to get knocked out. And listen, we all, you know, myself, our team, Shane McGuigan and his team, we all think that our man's going to win. But nobody knows. Tony thinks he's going to win. David thinks that he's going to win. Nobody knows. It's one of them fights. You know, you get in that ring, big men with little 10-ounce gloves on, big men that can punch, and big men that have been hurt and been over. Absolutely. You don't know what's going to happen.
Dave.
Don't blink. At any time, don't blink.